Hi everybody, I'm Joel.
I'm the other Joel.
And we are your lobbyists in Washington. This is our American moment, the president said, and great moments of bipartisanship last night. You with the program?
Great moments of bipartisanship, right? Yeah, no,
Well,
we were.
the sneer
Democrats
on your
are happy
faces.
that they were able to hold it together and not really scream out "you're a liar" like the last.
The sneer on your face equals that to many of your Democratic leaders that I saw throughout that. But I don't think that you and I are going to get on the same page on this. However, we are on the same page with excitement that we've got over 300 of our member executives coming into town next week for our annual legislative summits and our working groups. Set the stage.
It's going to be an interesting time, right? I mean, they have kicked the can down the road yet again. So the next fiscal cliff is going to be days after our fly-in. We've got great meetings lined up. One day, yeah, we've got great meetings lined up for everyone. We usually get meetings with leadership, and those meetings are kind of tepid right now because they're going to be in some intense negotiations to keep the government funded past February 8th. But yeah, the time is right. I mean, right now, healthcare has been our front issue for a couple of years now. It still is our front issue. Alexander Murray is something that's intended to stabilize the private markets. We're going to be giving a lot of lip service to that, but that's a very fragile situation right now, and that may or may not see its way into the funding bill. The Cadillac tax was recently delayed by another 2 years, which is huge for us. That's a really, really big win. Now, we want it fully repealed, but the fact that it's not going to be enforced in 2020 is fantastic. So our message on that is going to be thank you, thank you, thank you, and really just piping in on the strengths of employer-sponsored insurance, because taxing plans is still very much on the table as they look for revenue, especially in the infrastructure and everything they want to do in 2018.
On the property casualty side, the federal flood insurance program is set to expire if they don't refund the government next Thursday. But also a looming major issue. This is 2/3 of our member firms. It's not our bank-owned firms. It's not our public companies. It's not our C corporations. But it's majorly on our minds. The inequitable treatment of S corporations and LLCs in the tax bill. The simple reality that of $1.5 trillion worth of tax breaks, largely to business, that Congress extended, that to upwards of 2/3 of our members who are deemed to be services industries, and a line was drawn between manufacturing and services industries, will not receive any benefit from the tax law.
It's a clear ploy for revenue. They chose winners and losers in that negotiation, and we are locking arms with a lot of other trades that are.
For all of those who have an interest in this issue, we will afford an opportunity to lay our marker down, and it's a growing chorus of inequity. This needs to be dealt with. Clearly, it's not going to be something that's going to be easily handled, but it's a major concern to us. Other issues that we've got coming up.
FATCA continues. We've made a lot of tons of progress. I think we see light at the end of the tunnel on this, but we are going to continue to ask members of Congress to co-sponsor our legislation to make sure that non-cash value insurance premiums are carved out from this tax evasion scheme. It's the right policy. We don't have any opposition to the policy itself. Historically, our opposition has been to the process. Tax reform has always been looming around the corner, and no one wanted to put their marker on this as a priority for tax reform for understandable reasons. Now that tax reform is behind us, I think we can get this to the finish line. So that's going to be another issue.
It just kills you to admit that the Trump administration is the one that's really trying to solve our problem for us on this, but you got to admit it. One final thing, our program, we got a lot of great folks. We're still trying to put it all together. But we've got Senator Bob Corker, clearly a major national leader and important player on the Senate Banking Committee. And we've got Senator Cory Booker running for president.
He's going to be an interesting one to hear, especially I think he's feeling really livened up after last night's speech. So
and I'm sure he'll do a lot to convince all of our members of the benefits of single-payer health care.
He's fantastic. I got to tell you, listening to Cory Booker, everyone's going to be moved.
Single-payer health care. He's fantastic. Is that your line?
No. But we don't need to talk about single-payer health care.
Listen, we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Love you, Joel.